Welcome to the Holistic Health Bites podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Nicholson, here with bite-sized episodes to empower, educate, and enlighten you with ways to lose weight, heal your gut, and achieve your ideal health so you can live an adventure-filled life. Let's dive in. We all know that we should be eating healthy foods, but what does that really mean? Is that the same thing as eating the right foods for your body? The answer is no. Eating healthy foods is important, but it's not the only thing that matters. You need to make sure you're eating the right foods for your body, on the right schedule, and in the right combinations and portions. Let me highlight a few client examples to show you the difference between eating healthy and eating right. The first is one of my recent clients who already knew she had a gluten sensitivity, so she strictly avoided gluten. Through functional testing, we found that she was still having reactions to gluten, even though it wasn't in her diet. How could that be? Her body was perceiving other foods as one of the gluten proteins, releasing antibodies to the gluten, even though it wasn't actually present. Using the information we gathered from her testing, she removed the other foods that she was sensitive to, and she removed the foods that most commonly cross-react as gluten. This not only eliminated her chronic digestive issues, but she effortlessly lost 18 pounds. Now, the 18 pounds was not all fat, but it was fluid retained throughout her body due to the chronic inflammation these foods were causing. The second client was following a low carbohydrate diet due to a recent pre-diabetes diagnosis. In her case, she was using a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, to closely monitor her blood sugars throughout the day and night. This is invaluable information that cannot be gathered in any other way. She wasn't having any overt symptoms of low or high blood sugars, but she was struggling to lose weight. What the CGM showed was that she was having low blood sugars during the night. This was causing sleep disturbances that she wasn't really aware of. Armed with this data, we took a look at what she was eating and when she was eating. We found that she was under-eating overall and consuming very little protein. When she began prioritizing protein and ensuring that she hit the intake goal every day, the low blood sugars immediately stopped. She slept through the night and ultimately started losing weight. The third client is myself. A few years back, I was following a very clean, whole food, mostly vegetarian diet, but I was struggling with bloating, gas, acne, and chronic muscle soreness. Through functional testing of my own, I found that I had numerous nutrient deficiencies, blood sugar imbalances, food sensitivities to foods that I was consuming every single day, and a pretty serious pathogen in my gut. How could that be? I was literally eating nothing but plants. This was not the best nutrition plan for me to follow. My body needs more protein, specifically from animal sources, and more healthy fat. Plants are neither high in protein nor fat. They're essentially all carbs. My metabolic type did not support the foods in these portions. I was also eating too often, causing blood sugar imbalances and insulin resistance. With the pathogen, I wasn't digesting food well. This bug had probably been present for many years. One of the main reasons I had transitioned to plant-based eating back then was because I didn't feel well when I ate big portions of meat. I thought that meant that my body didn't do well with meat, but it actually meant I had digestive dysfunction due to low stomach acid and lacking digestive enzymes. So it's clear that there's a big difference between eating healthy foods and eating right for your body. What works for one person may not work for another due to food sensitivities, metabolic type, and other individual factors. If you're struggling to accomplish your health goals, it's likely that you aren't eating the right foods or the right way for you. Functional testing is the fastest way to clearly know what imbalances you have and the quickest route to healing. Thanks for being a faithful listener to the podcast. I'd love it if you left me a 5-star review on this podcast so that others can more easily find this valuable information. Did you know I also work one-on-one with clients? I approach solving health challenges like I approached solving crimes, by conducting a thorough investigation into your case. Sadly, hundreds of millions of people in the US have insulin resistance, prediabetes, and diabetes, and the vast majority have no idea. I'm here to fix that. If you struggle with low energy, stubborn weight, hypertension, sleep disturbances, or any other undesired symptoms, let's talk. All you have to do is schedule a free call. The link will be in the show notes. And no, you do not need to live near me.